this is just what I look like. I'm going to teach you how I made these and this and that, and then we can go into the actual makeup tutorial. What you're going to need to make these is just some liquid latex, some kind of foam head, and some maybe air dry clay if the foam head isn't. Yeah, what you would ideally need is a face cast, but I don't have a face cast. I have Margaret, and she's a polystyrene head from Shein. I put some clay over Margaret to make it a bit more of a face shape because she was a little bit flat. No fault of her own. Then covered that in holes, and then just got a sponge and dabbed it all in latex. Let that dry, do another layer. I did about 6 or 7 layers until I got what I wanted, and then when it comes to peeling it off, make sure you're using some kind of baby powder, or I used cornstarch. Now it didn't go perfect when I was peeling it off. The holes weren't as perfect as I wanted them to be, so I had to I ended up cutting some holes in so I could actually see. Then I just painted that to match like a pale skin tone, which was what I was going for. Put some darkness around the holes themselves, put some red bits around the holes. With the horns, you're doing something similar. You could buy horns, because there's a lot of plastic latex horns that are quite light. I made a horn mould, covered that in latex, again about 6 or 7 layers, thin layers. When it dried, peeled it off with some cornstarch. Make sure you rub all the cornstarch on or it will stick to itself. Latex loves to stick to itself. In fact, some of the bottom bits did, but that's okay. Peeled it off, painted it, et voila. I mostly used a dark brown black and then dry brushed the lighter bits on. And yeah, that's pretty much how I made all the prosthetics. I then, for some other bits, just put some latex on a surface, waited for it to dry, poked some holes in it, and that's what gave that. I will probably do a few more of those for actual Halloween, but this looks perfect for now. You can put them all over the place, you can put them on your neck. Let's get into the actual makeup tutorial. Okay. Hello, actual face reveal. Not a demon yet. So first thing you want to do is, if you're putting a wig on, put your wig cap on. And if you're not, just push your hair back. But I'm putting a wig on. So this cute hairstyle's going. I thought I might look cool while doing a first video, face reveal type video. Then I should have realised I'm doing the entire thing in a wig cap. So I'm not going to look cool. I'm going to look bald. Don't I look so cute? Pose, let's start with the big one. Oh no, first thing I need to do is glue my eyebrows down. So you're definitely going to want to do this. I see people online licking it and it's... Ew, don't do that. Don't fucking lick it. Why are they licking it? You don't have to. Is it a thing? Tell me if it's a thing, like if it helps, or if people are just licking it because it's strange. Now that you look thoroughly surprised, let that dry. Okay, these are nice and glued, all dry. So let's go for something dark. We're going to look for dark reds, blacks, all of that jazz. Yeah. You don't want your eyeshadow here to look even, it just needs to look like a gory raccoon so that the holes in your face look dark and deep. I put some red over the black to give it a bloody, fleshy feel, and then I put spirit gum around the edges of the prosthetic. Just the edges, obviously, not all of it. I don't want any spirit gum in my eyebrows. Oh my god, Furiosa who. I then put the spirit gum on my skin, around where the prosthetic edges will be. It sticks better with a layer on each surface, and then just wait for it to get tacky, and then line it up as best you can. I'm gonna put them on my nose. It's gonna come off otherwise. Just holding it. Blocking out the haters. took some manoeuvring, but eventually it all lined up and stuck together. I can see pretty well. Ow! Hold it all together. The only thing that's a little bit bothersome, but I think it's fine, is that my eyelashes are scraping up against it. Looking good, fellas. Where's my latex sponge? There it is. This smells horrible. I would recommend getting one that doesn't stink, but this one does. Applying it to the brush and applying that to my skin. Oh no, there's a little bit of eyebrow poking through. I guess we're just gonna have to deal with it. So, gonna get a little bit of loo roll, separate its plies. Is this single ply? No, it's double. We're quite cheap with the loo rolls, but not that cheap. It's double. Rip it up a little bit, you know, rip the edges so it's not uniform. And I'm just gonna straight up go like that. Oh. There we go. We're dabbing the latex on, then putting on the loo roll, then putting on more latex to really secure it all on. The loo roll really helps it blend into your skin without using 5 to 6 layers of latex. It acts like an extra bit of skin. Ooh. Oh god, he's dying. Hello? He's like 14 there or so. Oh, he's laid an egg. Oh, he's an angel. Oh. Goodbye, Sugar Plum. You're a real one. I'll let him fly for a bit. I mean, he's flying around, so you clearly went to Tamagotchi heaven. I then apply the horns using the exact same method. Spirit gum around the edges, spirit gum on the skin. Hold it till it sticks, and then use latex and loo roll again. I'm just putting that on the edges. I did want to make these a little more flat at the bottom, but it didn't work. I'm not an expert. I'm not even very good. I'm just winging it. So, boop, 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 boop. I'm just doing that so I've got an idea of where. I'm just going to hold that there until it dries. Do, 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 do. This time when applying the loo roll, I'm making it a bit more jagged because I want it to look like the horns are bursting out of my skin. So I'm leaving bits sticking up near the horns to make it look like ripped skin rather than gluing it all down. That one stayed on so much better. Look at that. I need to be further away. Oh, look at that. That stayed on really good. Right, I'm going to go straight into ripping up bits of paper while that dries. And then applied another pre-made hole prosthetic, the exact same way as the eye hole one. Spirit gum, latex, toilet roll, latex. some of the glue roll came off, oh well. Then I'm using a full coverage foundation that's a little bit too light for me to cover all the edges, blend everything together. I want it slightly lighter to give me a dead, no blood in the face type of look. And make sure to put that over the lips, over everything. I don't want this to look good, I want to look dead. That's my foundation on. Ultimately, you don't want things to be too smooth, too good looking. That's where this is going to come in. I'm just gonna go straight in there with a damp beauty blender. I don't want loads on, but none of this is picking up. There we go. Needs to be damp. And then just kind of, yeah. On your high points. It's like a highlight, but, you know, for a corpse. Perfect, but then again, it kind of looks better not being perfect. Okay, the fun part. I think the fun part is like sculpting everything together. So I'm going to get a grey. I'm going to be using mostly these colours and then some blues as well. I do give up using this small brush and use a big one to give myself some strong contour. It's going to be one in the dark, so I want the contour to look dark and obvious. Don't need to cover everything because I'm going to have a wig covering most of it, but I probably should have gone down my neck a little bit more. I'm also just going to fill these little holes in before I forget. I need that little brush that I just had. That's going to be used for veins in a minute. I'll use the other side. That looks a bit too harsh. I'm going to put some red on top of that. Yeah, that's a bit there. I'm gonna go with a greyish green and just I think the nose makeup just makes everything look like it's rotting away. And then with that same, I've got a really good greyish green and I think that's going to be used for everything. You don't want your lips to look fully covered and perfect, it's supposed to look lifeless, so don't treat it like it's lipstick. Put eyeshadow on there, make it messy. Some veining, I'm going to do a lot around the mouth. And don't go too hard. This is more of a subtle part. For the veins, you want to use a thin brush. You want black, grey, green, blue, purple eyeshadow. Lightly brush on, thin, uneven, wobbly lines to look like veins. Don't go too hard and don't be too neat with it. You want it to look messy. This whole look you want to look a bit messy. And then applying veins on the actual latex itself so it doesn't look too disjointed from the rest of me. I want it to all look like it's blending together. If you want to apply fake blood dripping out of the holes, now would be a good time to do it. That would look sick. I'm then going in around horns, making the skin look irritated and red and veiny. It would be good to add some fake blood there as well if you wanted to. Now the horns look like they've burst out of my skin. I use pretty much just one small brush for all the veining and irritation. I think mixing the colours kind of helps it look duller, muddier, kind of the opposite of what you would usually do. And there we have it. Now I'm just going to add the wig. And I think I'm going to go with elf ears as well. And I think that's, ooh. Yeah, there we go. That's all that really needs to be done. Oh shit. What the fuck am I doing? You know, I think the Build-A-Bears really throw off the creepiness here, but you get the gist. You could really go any outfit for this. I've got this dress that I found in a charity shop. I hope you liked. It's more of a cutesy look every day. Goodbye.